Welcome to the first episode of Unc Slop, a series where I, a filthy Zoomer, reviews games from before my time. We're starting this pilot episode off with a bang, one of the most requested games for me to play, Fallout.
Why? Because we're flippin' psychos!
Likely, a majority of you watching this video have reached certified Unc status. You may not know what Unc Slop is, so allow me to break it down. Unc Slop is a slang term used by the younger generation to mock media, games, and content that is perceived as nostalgic and overly cherished by the older population. I'm going to be judging all the games in this series completely blind. No online guides, no tutorials, no outside help whatsoever. I know nothing about most of them, and I'm going to try and look at them objectively from a modern-day lens to see if they hold up. Is Fallout Unc Slop? Let's find out. Hold on. Something went wrong. I'm gonna have to mute this because that's copyright. What? Newly annexed Canada? Dude, this is like real life. This is what the American president actually wants to do to my country.
War never changes.
Classic. Every game opens with that. I guess that makes sense though, because this was the first.
A generation has lived without knowledge of the outside world.
Okay, that's pretty much the premise for like most of the Fallout games and the TV show. What? I feel like it'd be a mistake not to pick a pre-selected character, right? Like these older games usually have like reference, like if you pick a pre-generated character, sometimes the cutscenes will specifically reference it. Let's see what's up with this guy. Oh! After getting jump scared by this dude, we're dropped into the world against the clock. Literally. Our overseer, at least I think it's the overseer, says our water chip busted and we need a new one. That's pretty much the entire story setup, and we're dumped into the wasteland. Okay, so we need a water chip. We're the only one who can do it. Overseer looks kind of like Shrek, a little bit. How do I use my gun? Is it like Morrowind where you drag it to your character? What is happening? What is this? How do I see its health? How do I know how weak it is? Why am I'm poisoned, radiated, I have eye damage, and I have every limb crippled. Great. What does print do? No way. You didn't hear the printer run? Okay, I don't know what I expected, but it didn't print off my printer, so I must be doing this combat wrong. What is happening? Also, why is it lagging to compute this action? Okay, my action points are the green lights. All right, I figured that out for sure. Why am I in combat again? Oh, this is going to get real annoying, isn't it? Already getting frustrated. I do not like this at all. This is just like ass. Like, who wants to be sitting here playing an idle game against a rat? Okay, I have 1 HP, and I'm in combat again. Great. I couldn't kill 3 rats. Fuck Albert. I'm going Max. Okay, Max is a track athlete. Look at that. I made it out without fighting a single rat. I did forget to loot the skeleton at the start, but whatever. What? What am I looking at? What am I doing? Punch him. Oh my god, dude, Max is so much better. He just one-shot the rat. Yeah, Max is beating the shit out of these rodents. I wonder what this Vault's experiment is. Maybe they don't do that. Maybe that's new lore. Good day, Max Stone. Oh, there is a dialogue interface. What is this? Water? Oh, don't tell me there's a thirst mechanic. I can't tell. What are these? I don't know. I'm just taking stuff. I can't tell what they are. Okay, let's try and go to Vault 15. See what's happening there. Like, he just kicked the shit out of a giant scorpion. Albert could never. Ooh, this vault's already open. Looks abandoned. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I checked everything. Doesn't look like there's much for me to do here until I get a rope. Welcome to Shady Sands, stranger. Whoa! Shady Sands, like the town from the TV show? How come it looks so primitive? In the show, they had, like, full-ass buildings and stuff. This looks like Tatooine, bro.
Greetings.
Oh, there is voice acting!
Business in Shady Sands might be...
Okay, so there is voice acting, but I guess just for the major characters. There are 3 groups, the Cons, the Vipers... Oh, the Cons are in this game! Shady Sands is in California, right? And I guess that makes sense for the cons to be there, because they're bordering Nevada in California, I think. My American geography is not that great, as I am not American. And if I was in the Fallout universe, I guess I'd be fucking executed for being a Canadian. Okay, looks like we've got more waypoints here, places to travel. I want to go to Junktown to see if I can find the water merchants. Oh no. Great. I'm fucking dead. Fantastic. Fantastic! I've been playing for 2 hours, and I've done nothing. I have done nothing. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to read the manual. But I think I'm going to need to do that just so I can, like, actually functionally play this game and not shoot my brains out with a shotgun. I'm going to jump in here to kind of summarize this gap of time. Basically, I read the entire manual, all 124 pages. It actually has some really cool lore stuff inside, like background information on the vaults, creatures, and other interesting events. Anyway, after reading through this monster of a manual, I returned the next day determined to finally do something with max stone. First thing was to adjust my settings and turn up combat speed, turn on always run, and a few other tweaks to make the gameplay feel like less of a slog. With my new settings, I cleared out the Rad Scorpion Den for Shady Sands, which went a lot smoother. Look at that crit, 22 damage. Max Stone is going crazy. What? I don't get any money or anything? This will take a little bit of time. Come relax in the back while I work with the sack? Oh my god. Did they not read that through after they wrote it? After several random encounters, I finally make it to Junktown in one piece. There, I meet the mayor, who is also the town's merchant, and do some much-needed shopping. After our little exchange, someone storms in who we beat the cheeks off of. The mayor thanks us and asks us to spy on a fat fucking chud who runs a non-functioning casino. We then record his lying ass and report back to the mayor with the evidence. I'll take armor. I have no armor at all, so that seems pretty good. Ah, leather armor! Finally! Okay, I want to see if this guy can give me his training now that I have 100 caps. Let's go. Oh. It's a companion. I just bought a follower. That's probably worth quite a bit more than 100 caps. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's check out the hub. Oh, this area is kind of cool. This is like the first actual city. This is a pretty huge town. It's going to take me a while to explore this whole thing. Big Book of Science, Dean's Electro... Oh, these are in like the Bethesda Fallout games, right? Psycho, Super Stim Pack... Rope! After quite a bit of time searching, I finally find a dude who sells rope and can head back to Vault 15. I am a little concerned with the game's variety of weapons, specifically for unarmed. I have never seen another weapon for my exact build, so that's a little scary, but hopefully it improves, right? At this point in the game, I'm over 4 hours deep. There's a lot of trial and error that comes with learning the game, but I am slowly learning, and in tandem, my enjoyment of the game has moved from pure rage and frustration to cautious optimism. Elevator shaft is not easily descended without a rope. Yeah, I have a rope. That does nothing. Excuse me? This is one thing I kind of wish that was changed is, like, I'm clearly very close to melee range here. The game should automatically move me to where I can be to do a melee strike. You shouldn't have to switch into this menu and then move, then hit. That's just unnecessary tedium, in my opinion. Take this! Dude, Ian goes crazy. Ian just did, like, 20 damage. Grenades and dynamite. That sounds interesting. Cave wall. It kind of looks cracked. I wonder if I can throw my dynamite here. No. It's ticking! How do I put it down? No. Drop. Run. Ah, it didn't do anything. I spend a bit longer digging through this vault, but I'm pretty sure it's just a mini dungeon. Couldn't find anything else to do, so I left. However, on the way out, I discovered a new map option to fast travel to. I don't know how, but I've discovered a location for the Brotherhood. It is the Brotherhood of Steel. Hello.
May I ask your business here?
The way this guy's mouth moves looks like, you know, like Wallace and Gromit and like Chicken Run, that like claymation talking animation.
Goodbye. Go away. Go away.
Okay, well, nothing at the Brotherhood for us, I guess. There's 2 other places on here I haven't been. Necropolis and the Glow. Hello? I'm just a human. How are you? Oh, they instantly threw fucking hands. Wait, don't shoot. It's a friendly ghoul? Thank you for not shooting me first. Can I help you with anything? Yes, I'm looking for water. You aren't thinking of taking that water chip from us, are you? Me? No, I would never do such a thing. I'm just gonna see how it works. I do not think that I believe you. Oh my god, there's a lot of ghouls down here. I may have bitten off a bit more than I can chew.
Hey, you not look like ghoul. How come?
But I am a ghoul.
Okay. Move along then.
Dude, this dialogue is so funny. Another vault. You easily remove the water chip from the computer. You hear the flow of water to the city stop. Okay, so I just killed an entire city of ghouls.
You're just ghouls, right?
All right, let's try another eyeball punch. Oh my god, I just one-shot him. 33 hit points! So now that I have the water chip, I feel like I can kind of take my time. I felt very rushed by this game's main narrative that I didn't want to do too much side content because I was worried about losing the game. Now that I'm no longer under the shadow of an overwhelming time pressure, I have a few weeks to kick around and check out the side content. The first one I do is in the hub for a familiar minor faction. Do you have a side quest? This is the Crimson Caravan. Holy shit, Fallout New Vegas reference? What the hell? These guys gotta have some work for me to do. Moo, I say. What? What? Does the cow speak English? I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this quest. Jesus, I almost died. Well, here we are. Here's your payment of 600 caps. No! Ian was killed! Oh my god, I'm just sitting here for like 5 minutes watching these bugs clap my cheeks. Well, I got 600 for going one way, so that's okay. Well, that didn't end well. I decided to go back to Shady Sands to investigate the raiders, who I previously found out were great cons. We're on a bit of a callback streak here with the Crimson Caravan, or I guess it's a call forward, but you know what I mean. Keeping in with the New Vegas theme, I see if I can find Papa Khan alive and kicking. Instead, I find a woman being held against her will, and the leader of the cons dares to challenge Max motherfucking Stone to a fist fight, and we beat him off with ease. We return the woman back to Shady Sands and look around for more quests to do. Not much pops up, and I got bored, so I decided to just hand in the water chip to my vault. Takes me a good 10 minutes to find the Overseer and his weird tube chair, but he's very happy to finally have water up and running again. The Overseer basically says someone is making super mutants in a lab somewhere, and the only place I've seen them is in Necropolis, so I head back over there to investigate. Oh. Everyone's gone. I can't remember if I killed these ghouls over here or everyone just died of thirst. There's somebody over here. A devout children of the cathedral. What the hell is that? Never heard of that group of people before. Okay, I've been wandering around Necropolis for almost 30 minutes. I don't think anything alive is here. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go around and talk to literally every NPC. What about the children of the cathedral? Oh yeah, I saw those guys in Necropolis. I did want to know what kind of faction that was. I'll bet that over in the Boneyard, he's just living it up. Okay, so that's where that faction is. Oh yeah, I see a little thing on the map called Boneyard. I think these two are already here. I just haven't been there. Whoa, this is a huge city. What the hell? Is this like supposed to be like Los Angeles? Is that what this is supposed to be? Well, I guess we just wander around the town and talk to people until something interesting pops up. Oh my god, this city is huge. Welcome to the followers of the apocalypse. What are they doing here?
Greetings. Hey, And we are concerned with the children of the cathedral.
Oh, that's the people I wanted to know about. I get my biggest lead here yet. The followers of the apocalypse know about the children of the cathedral and are trying to stop them. Next stop is to find the cathedral, which takes me over 45 minutes. They said it was south, but you can't walk there from inside any of the zones, at least I don't think. I saw some cool stuff like death claws, rivers of toxic waste, there was another faction or two, but eventually I guess I spoke to someone who told me about the location, and it appeared on my fast travel map and I could finally go there. Ooh, this church looks really cool. Hello, friend. The Master's vision has made me truly alive for the first time. Okay, so somebody named the Master controls the children of the cathedral. Oh, I just realized the people following me around inside here are the followers of the apocalypse. They're follower scouts. Wasn't there somebody I was supposed to talk to? Somebody named like Lauren or something, or Laura?
Hello, my brother. May I be of service this glorious day?
She told me to tell you Red Rider.
I'm sorry, I just don't know. Follow me to a place where we can talk. So, I'm pretty sure this master is flesh and blood. And I also think I know where he is.
This woman is the world's slowest walker. Oh, is she gonna unlock this door? I tried to go up here and it didn't work. Aha! Only Morpheus has the key to this door. I must leave now. Okay, well, I guess we have to find a dude named Morpheus. Uh-oh. I can't see what's going on. They're all stacked into this corner. This one Nightkin, whoever this is absolutely destroying everybody. Like, that fight would not have been hard if the layout of the map was better. Like, look at this blob. What am I supposed to do here? What am I looking at? Somehow I'm not close enough to hit anyone in this circle, by the way. Okay, this purple guy here is Morpheus, but I don't know the likelihood of getting out of combat here. Oh, they just hit Morpheus for 45. Maybe the Nightkin just saved me. I got Morpheus, but I think I'm about to get railed by these guys. Oh, I just got burned alive. I don't know what happened, but I'm up here, and they are not hostile to me. I wonder if I just, like, brute force the save so many times I broke the game. But, like, look, the Nightkin don't care, and I can just talk to Morpheus.
I don't remember inviting anyone to my room.
I'm from a vault. You know what that is, right?
Go on. I will take you to the master. But
Okay,
if you are lying,
that's so much easier than fighting all of those Nightkin.
So what shall it be?
Ew!
Do you join the Unity, or do you die here?
What the hell is that? Well, I want to, like, learn more about the lore and, like, the creation of the super mutants and stuff. So, although my gut wants to just fight them, I'm interested to see how this pans out. So I'll join you for now.
Excellent.
What? What's happening? Why am I wrapped up like a mummy? Oh my god, they're gonna throw me in acid. And they killed me. Vault 13, that's my home. Looks a little worse for wear. The super mutants just killed everybody? Oh my god, the Overseer's Tower's OP. Oh, maybe not. Just beat the shit out of them. Is that game over? Is that the whole game? So, I guess I beat the main story. I tried going back and fighting the master, but I was only like level 14, so I was put down almost instantly. Still, this run took me over 14 hours. I definitely did a fair amount of side questing, but most of them in this game are just fetch quests, so you probably didn't see too many in the final cut, but it's safe to say, I gave Fallout a fair shot. I'm sure you veterans were pulling out your hair the entire time, but this is an honest, realistic perspective of what a younger gamer might go through when playing Fallout for the very first time. Keep in mind, I'm also no stranger to RPGs, more specifically Fallout. I knew how perks worked, I knew what items did just by glancing at them, I understood how the VAT system operated. and it was still very daunting with no outside assistance. So let's expand on that a little and try and identify the dated systems and mechanics that might lean this game further on the Unc Slop meter and jump into the final review. There is only one thing I dislike about Fallout, only one thing that stopped me from enjoying my time to the fullest: the UI. The user interface might be the worst I've ever seen in any video game ever. Appearance, functionality, accessibility, horrendous. Even little small details like, why do I have to click directly on these tiny ass red buttons? Why can't I click anywhere on the text box to interact with the window? There is not a human being on the planet that can say that design choice was a good one. Unfortunately, because this game is isometric, there's no point where the player can ignore the menus or system interfaces. So the isometric factor of Fallout is insult to injury in combination with the user interface. Now, I've played loads of top-down games, League of Legends, Lost Ark, thousands of hours in strategy games, which are almost always isometric, but I've never played a 30-year-old one. Compare Fallout to Baldur's Gate 3. Both isometric, both turn-based, both RPGs with tabletop role-playing mechanics, but one is infinitely easier to understand and operate versus the other. I just didn't grow up with this stuff, so despite me having played loads of isometric games, probably over 1,000 hours, this was a completely alien experience. I would say I hit the flow state with the UI and gameplay about 5 hours in. I didn't need to think about what buttons did what, I was just able to play the game. You know what I mean? It was no longer a thought. But 5 hours is an incredibly long amount of time to be in a state of constant confusion and frustration. That is ample time to scare away new players. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would have hung it up in the first 30 minutes. I'm extremely happy I pushed through. I can now play it subconsciously, but I don't know if that's a realistic expectation from my generation, or even worse, my younger sister's generation.
Look at their hands! Bruh, look at this guy!
It's a culture of instant gratification, and Fallout does not do that at all. Now, as I said, that's my only real complaint. You could argue turn-based dice-rolling combat is dated for an RPG, but I would disagree. I think it fits the isometric genre, whereas dice-rolling in action RPG games like Daggerfall and Morrowind has been completely phased out. That's a good example of a dated combat mechanic that's never seen anymore. But underneath all of that, this is a fantastic role-playing game. It's quite frankly shocking for me. I didn't think they had the capabilities for a game like this back in the day. Fallout is deep, it's complex, it's very well written and designed. The voice acting is phenomenal and genuinely funny. The world is full of different factions and towns, all of which you can influence your reputation with. Can you imagine how hard a remaster of this game would go with all the modern bells and whistles? It would be unbelievable. I beat Fallout, but I barely scratched the surface. I heard it has different endings and unique ways to do the final encounter too. I might have to come back someday and give it another shot. There's tons and tons of replay value here. You just have to force yourself to learn how to play the game. So what does Fallout get on the Unc Slop meter? This isn't about how good a game is or how much I like it. It measures how much friction it presents to new, non-Unc players who enjoy the genre. In other words, what percentage of younger RPG fans I think would bounce off of this title. I'm gonna give Fallout a 60% on the Unc Slop meter. If I gave this game to 10 of my RPG-loving friends, I think 6 of them would not stick around. All my friends love Baldur's Gate, which is basically this game, but fantasy and newer, so 60% may be too generous. But I think for my generation, that number is fairly accurate. But if it was for my sister's generation, which is one level younger, it would definitely be worse. 1997's Fallout has a tremendous learning curve, especially if you're playing it outside of your generation of games. I think most people would agree that's a fair statement. However, pushing through that discomfort, you unlock an incredibly rewarding and rich RPG. I just don't know if the brain-rotted population like myself has the stamina to stick with it. But what the hell do I know? I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel. You don't have to listen to me. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with the 60% rating or what your Unc score would be. The next video in the series will be Half-Life, which you guys voted for in my last poll. I'm a huge fan of story-driven shooters. I have several 100% completed in my Steam library, so it'll be interesting to take a look at the grandfather of the genre and see how well it holds up to newer titles. But yeah, that's all from me for this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to this point. If you'd like to support the channel further, consider becoming a YouTube member. Everyone on screen gets early access to videos, exclusive content, and is a great way to support me directly. Extra thanks to Metalhead433 for the additional support. Becoming a member is completely optional, but I appreciate it all the more. I've been Frostbreak, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.